Da 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 da. Here we are, Bartram'S garden. This was the home of John Bartram. Bartram was America's first botanist, which is like botanist? Yeah, that's right, botanist. He was the first guy who studied plants in the United States of America. He traveled as far north as Ontario, Canada, and he went as far south. He went all the way down to Florida, and all this guy did, he would extract seeds and study plants and study rocks, and he would sell plants and seeds from the United States to people over in Europe, especially over in Britain. King George III, the guy who we rebelled against. He paid John Bartram £50 a year to do the study of plants in North America. Today, what we're going to do is I'm going to walk around the historic section of Bartram's garden, a place where Ben Franklin and George Washington would come out and have tea. We're going to step in their footsteps. We're going to sit where they sat, and we're going to look at things that they looked at, because there are trees from the time of Washington that are alive still here today. So let's get ready to look at some bush and ivy and flowers. If you look right up there on that top of the molding above, is that what it's called? The molding above the window? It says John Bartram, 1731. So this is one of the oldest houses in Philadelphia. The barn, I believe the barn or the stable is the oldest stable in Pennsylvania. I believe that's right here. Oldest coach house, which is like a stable in Philadelphia. I really like the little stuff they got going on underneath and above the windows. These are all rocks. These are river rocks. They would probably have to be from the Schuylkill River, and pretty cool. It's a pretty big property. There's the stable. Check out the wooden shingles. I really like this at the stable house. I like this step. It's just a really big rock that it's almost high enough to get. It's just a boost. And in this section here, this is where John Bartram would sit with his friends, Ben Franklin, George Washington. This is where they would sit and just have a little cup of tea. Talk about changing the world. This is the other side of Bartram's house. There's some and this is some more of his. This is actually the garden in front of his. Well, is this the front? I guess this would be the back of the house. But oh, is that lettuce? I've never seen lettuce in the ground before. Oh my God. Listen, us city folks, we don't really get to see much. Every time I see a deer, I feel like I'm like in the wild. Just a deer. This is the oldest maintained garden in all of North America. There's no garden that's been around longer than this one. This is like the best of both worlds for me because I love history and I love walking and trails and stuff. So it's not only just this garden, there's a lot of hiking right off the banks of the Schuylkill River. And did I mention everything's free? This is really, this is an old mill. This is crazy. You would get grains and seeds, and I guess you would put them in here, and you would have a big stone. We'd have a big stone that you would just push around and it would crush all the seeds up. Wow. How did they make that? How did they do it? There was no jackhammers. Boy, I'm curious. This is the oldest surviving ginkgo tree in the United States, or North America, not just the United States. It's a plant from China. It is from 1785. You can actually, oh, look at this, tomatoes. Uh-oh, getting ready. You can actually buy a plant that was, I don't know, made here? I don't know if made here is the proper term. And you can also buy live bait out of a soda machine.